Hello. Have you ever imagined the life and death moments when humans and nature collide directly on the roads? Every year, collisions between wildlife and vehicles not only cause more than $20 billion in damage, but also have serious consequences for both ecosystems and drivers. In a split second, the driver felt a collision but did not know what he had just hit. Can you guess what it was? It was a deer. The scene was recorded on the dash cam, attracting the attention of many people. The incident prompted the U.S. government to install warning signs in high-risk areas to raise awareness among drivers. A car crossing the road in front of a moose is one of the most common highway accidents in North America. Collisions with moose not only cause damage to the car, but can also lead to serious injuries to the driver. A breathtaking moment when the man stopped his car on the side of the road, holding his camera, watching the deer until the deer suddenly approached, wanting to attack. In a split second, he quickly got into his car, escaping the threat right in front of him. In Brazil, allowing livestock to roam freely on the road can result in a fine of up to $1,200. A fine that is enough to deter those who lack awareness of traffic safety. Governments in these countries not only impose strict penalties, but also encourage farmers to adopt modern monitoring systems to protect both animals and humans from unfortunate accidents. In places like Texas and California, livestock roaming on the road not only results in a minimum fine of $5,000, but also liability in the event of an accident. Therefore, the use of technology and preventive measures becomes extremely important to minimize potential risks and protect everyone's safety. In India, a boy was trying to help a horse escape from an oncoming train, which was a brave act. This scene makes us realize an important thing. In the wild world, safety is always fragile, and even seemingly peaceful moments can change in the blink of an eye. Surely you are not the only one who is amazed by the pig's outstanding ability. No one can believe that a pig can climb up the truck bed so skillfully and jump out of it so miraculously. In India, train accidents involving livestock have become a serious and common problem, especially with their presence on the tracks. Every year, according to the Indian Railways, there are about 15,000 accidents involving trains and livestock, the majority of which involve cows, a familiar and ubiquitous animal. In the Midwest, the situation is no less dire, with hundreds of livestock-related accidents occurring each year. Although there are measures in place such as warning lights, road barriers, and technological improvements to reduce the risk, the reality is that many challenges remain. Cattle roam freely and without strict controls, making it easy for them to appear on highways, causing unfortunate incidents. Elephants are the largest land animals. Not only are they a cultural symbol of many countries, they also play an extremely important role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. However, when railways cut across elephant habitats, with their superior size and strength, which cannot easily avoid the dangers of vehicles, they become unwilling victims of infrastructure development. A very funny scene, the cat, with its territorial nature, cannot let the fawn enter its territory. The cat is doing everything to chase away the invader. Although the fawn is just an innocent creature, an unexpected battle between a cat and a larger invader is taking place.
Jelly, come on, come on, come on.
Passersby accidentally recorded this image. You may ask why they didn't save the dog, but they shouldn't have done so, because the train passing by was very dangerous. Luckily, because of its small body, the dog didn't get stuck. When the train passed, it took 10 minutes to resolve the situation. The situation of dogs roaming freely on the streets is becoming increasingly serious and causing unnecessary accidents. Stray dogs, without their owners supervising them, often appear on busy roads, causing safety hazards for both pedestrians and vehicles. Every year, a series of accidents occur when drivers unexpectedly encounter dogs crossing the road, forcing them to brake suddenly or avoid them, sometimes leading to serious accidents. In particular, these dogs not only create traffic hazards, but also face danger from the moving vehicles themselves. Dogs that are injured or cause accidents often suffer serious consequences. Therefore, the problem of letting dogs loose on the streets is not only a traffic problem, but also a social security problem, requiring strict control and management measures. Bears rushing onto the highway is a surprising sight suddenly. From the nearby forests, giant bears, possibly looking for food or being chased, rush straight onto the highway, creating an extremely dangerous situation. Cars are moving at high speed, suddenly encountering the appearance of bears, forcing drivers to react quickly to avoid collisions. But sometimes everything is too late.
Oh my God.
The grizzly bear, with its impressive strength and speed, caught the cyclist off guard and forced him to leave the road in a split second. It seemed that the bear cub mistakenly thought that he was attacking it and acted on its instinct to chase after him to protect its territory. Fortunately, when the man stopped running, the bear cub gradually moved away, freeing him from the dangerous situation. A dramatic and exciting moment. The man was enjoying a peaceful fishing session by the lake when he unexpectedly had an uninvited guest, a brown bear that had just woken up from its long winter sleep. The bear, with sleepy eyes and shaggy fur, approached him as if curious about the presence of a human. This scene was truly chilling because the distance between humans and the wild became fragile at that moment. However, after a while of watching, the bear seemed to realize that he was not a threat and calmly left, continuing its journey in the wild. Bears are truly powerful and fearsome creatures. A bear can exert over 1,200 pounds of force with just a single swipe. This force is equivalent to that of a car traveling at high speed, enough to break bones or cause serious damage in an instant. Three girls, who were enjoying a peaceful picnic in the woods, suddenly encountered a bear, possibly looking for food after a long time. The bear started searching for food right on top of the girl. However, the three girls decided to stand still, not making any threatening movements to avoid making the bear feel provoked. Only when the bear felt that it could not find food and gradually left, did the three girls breathe a sigh of relief. Suddenly faced a bear that appeared right in front of him. The unexpected moment made him panic and run away. But this action seemed to stimulate the bear's hunting instinct, causing it to immediately charge after him. The scene of the man running down the mountain while the bear chased him was definitely an unforgettable experience. In the Hungarian Carpathian Mountains, the man, while passing by a road near a forested area, happened to see a brown bear. He stopped to take a picture. The bear seemed indifferent and showed no signs of aggression or attack. When encountering a bear or any large animal, it is best to keep a safe distance and do nothing to provoke their reaction. Beartooth Highway in Montana and Wyoming. A brown bear, perhaps in search of food, approached a car. With its natural curiosity and keen sense of smell, it began to look around the car, examining it as if assessing whether there was anything edible inside. The bear was careful and slow, using both its nose and claws to probe, causing everyone who witnessed it to hold their breath in fear that it might cause damage or attack unexpectedly. However, after a while of probing and finding nothing appealing, the bear seemed to decide that this car was not the meal it was looking for. It slowly left, continuing its journey into the deep forest, leaving the car and the observers feeling relieved.
Oh my god, we're alive!
The salmon crossing at Skokomish Valley Road Asterisk is a unique and beautiful natural phenomenon that many people are lucky enough to witness. During spawning season, salmon swim up the Skokomish River from the ocean to the small streams where they spawn. During this arduous journey, the salmon often have to cross flooded sections of the road, especially in areas like Skokomish Valley Road. The sight of schools of salmon swimming vigorously in the shallow water covering the road, creating a vivid, humorous, and touching scene. This is a testament to the strong vitality and amazing survival instinct of salmon, ready to overcome any obstacle to complete their life cycle. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please show your support by clicking like and subscribing to the channel for more great content. Thanks for watching. Hello, friend. What will happen when nature and man are forced to face off in an unequal battle? Be prepared for emotional and unexpected stories ahead. On the highway or mountain trails, unexpected and dangerous clashes. Despite highway barriers, disaster strikes. A moose jumps over a guardrail and into the freeway. Drivers should slow down when driving through areas with deer. Deer often cross the road unexpectedly, especially at dawn and dusk. By slowing down, you will have more reaction time, reducing the risk of a serious accident. On average, a collision between a car and an animal can cause between $5,000 and $12,000 in damage per vehicle. Installing street lights along these routes will improve visibility and significantly reduce the risk of unexpected collisions. Better lighting allows drivers to spot animals from a distance, giving them more time to react. At 120 kilometers per hour, he couldn't handle the situation when the deer suddenly crossed the road. The speed was too high, making the braking distance too short, and human reflexes weren't fast enough to avoid a collision. The mother deer stood motionless on the train tracks, her eyes anxiously looking to the other side, where her lost fawn was. Luckily, she found the fawn and did not cross when the train was approaching. Slowing down to 35 to 45 miles per hour in areas with lots of wildlife will give drivers more reaction time. In Asia, dogs are often released onto the road without control, creating a major hazard for drivers. Stray or free-roaming dogs can cross the road unexpectedly, especially at night or in poorly lit areas. This not only increases the risk of traffic accidents, but also creates dangerous situations where drivers are unable to react. Controlling and keeping animals in a safe area will help to reduce this risk. When it is dark, wild animals often go out to find food. They can easily cross the road unexpectedly, and drivers have little time to react. Avoiding driving during these rush hours will help you be safer. Oh no, I think someone should watch their pets. Traffic patrol is essential to keep people safe, but today is not his lucky day. Stray dog accidents in India are a serious problem every year. Stray dogs often roam the roads, making it difficult for drivers to detect them in time. Their sudden appearance can cause drivers to lose control of their vehicles, causing serious accidents. Don't forget to subscribe so we can continue to bring you important alerts and useful information about road safety and wildlife protection. Kangaroos are a real headache for drivers in Australia. They often lurk, waiting for the opportunity to jump out unexpectedly, especially in the early morning or at dusk. When a kangaroo crashes into the front of a car, the damage can be very serious. In Australia, kangaroos are protected by law, which makes drivers even more cautious, as they cannot freely handle them like other wild animals. At the racetrack, a terrifying moment occurred when the horse suddenly lost control, rushed out of the track at high speed. It crashed into a car that was stopped on the side of the road. The train blew its whistle to signal. The cow crossed the tracks faster, but did not consider it a danger signal, so the result would be like this. Oh my God! The pack of wild dogs rushed over quickly, suddenly appearing right in front of the motorcyclist. Although the driver tried to slow down and avoid it, the situation was so sudden that he didn't have time to react. The motorcycle lost control, and the driver fell to the ground in the strong collision. The pack of wild dogs continued to run past, leaving behind a chaotic scene. Oh my God! The pack of wild dogs rushed over quickly, suddenly appearing right in front of the motorcyclist. Although the driver tried to slow down and avoid it, the situation was so sudden that he didn't have time to react. The motorcycle lost control, and the driver fell to the ground in the strong collision. The pack of wild dogs continued to run past, leaving behind a chaotic scene. It is sad to see this. Bears are one of the most intelligent species, with an amazing ability to learn and adapt. When you see a bear injured, you not only feel sorry for its pain, fencing should be installed in areas where wildlife lives to protect both animals and road users. Bear sightings near homes in the United States are becoming an increasingly common problem, especially in areas near woods or suburban areas. They often forage for food in areas with trash cans or easily accessible food sources. In this case, two black bears were looking for food near the human area. The man tried to chase them away to protect himself. He carefully kept his distance and used measures such as shouting loudly, waving his arms to make the bears feel threatened and back away. This guy communicates with bears very well by making himself bigger, creating a strong presence to make bears feel like a danger. He uses big movements, waving his arms and shouting loudly, like a warning signal to the bears that this is a safe area for humans. He even does false accusations, that is, making noises or actions that make bears understand that if they continue to violate their safe area, there will be consequences. These male deer are so gentle that they show no fear when children approach and gently give them cookies.
Now stick your hand out with your other bread. No.
Their eyes shine, showing curiosity and friendliness, creating a picturesque scene between wild nature and the innocence of children. However, feeding wild animals can cause hidden dangers.
Ethan, be still, slowly. Stick it out further so he doesn't nibble your fingers. Okay, now be still. Don't move.
As they gradually get used to humans and may lose their survival instinct. Therefore, no matter how gentle they are, we still need to be careful and respect their freedom.
Andrew, you walk towards this deer that's by him slowly. Okay, stop. Ethan, take one more step backwards by your brother. No, Ethan, that's his bread. Ethan, move. Step back, Ethan. Towards your brother. Andrew, stop. Ethan, stop.
That's the end of today's adventure. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and comment below to let me know what you think. See you soon.
Ethan, that's not funny. Don't move.
Dangerous, powerful, and breathtaking. That's right, it's all here on the Harvesting Power Tech channel. Get ready, because we're starting right now. This Kamasa bulldozer is facing the impossible challenge of a giant boulder, heavier than itself, on a steep slope. But can it push this boulder down without being overwhelmed by the enormous weight? Feel the power of the bulldozer as it battles nature. The slopes shake, dust flies. The Kamasa won with a powerful push. What an impressive performance. Witness the moment. The little firefly has covered an impressive 300,000 kilometers, but now it is crushed under the massive power of the Caterpillar D11. The Caterpillar D11, a machine weighing tens of tons, unleashes all its power on its small opponent, crushing everything in its path. Incredible power of the D11, a true giant in the world of machines. The slippery road conditions are truly the most severe test for any driver. I cannot help but admire his calmness, his outstanding skills in such a challenging situation. Get ready for a professional and powerful performance. This team will show you how to load and unload a giant T-72 tank onto and off a trailer perfectly. And perfectly. This is a tense moment. Bulldozing huge blocks of earth to create a path down a steep slope. Any mistake could lead to disaster. The risk and challenge of operating these giant machines in difficult conditions. On Red Square was going on grandly, but suddenly, when the T-34 unexpectedly encountered a problem. Let's see from another angle. All eyes were on it, and tension rose amid this grand parade. Caterpillar D9G is one of Caterpillar's famous bulldozers, known for its power and ability to work in harsh conditions. Equipped with a 6-cylinder diesel engine with a capacity of up to 350 horsepower. With the support of experts, each crawler begins to move, pulling the huge weight of the machine. Move to the ground accurately. Sounds great, right? The BMP-T-72, also known as the Terminator, is a powerful tank support vehicle developed by Ural Ganzavad. It was inspired by the Russian military's experiences in urban combat, particularly in the First Chechen War, where guerrilla tactics took a heavy toll on armored units. Built on the T-72 chassis, the BMP-T-72 is designed to support tanks and infantry in combat. Armament. The BMP-T-72's fully stabilized, unmanned turret carries two 30mm automatic cannons, a 7.62mm machine gun, and 4 Attica anti-tank missile launchers, capable of engaging targets up to 6,000 meters. Watch the mighty snowplow go to work, clearing the heavy snow from the roads. A spectacular sight in Randolph County, Georgia, USA. Each plow is a challenge as the snow piles up, obscuring all paths. The crew making sure the roads are safe for traffic again. Watch a shocking incident in Berkeley Springs. A driver was driving when he suddenly noticed flames coming from behind his rear tire. He stopped immediately and tried to remove the cabin and trunk before the fire spread to the front. However, not long after, the fire department arrived quickly and acted decisively to extinguish the fire. With their professionalism and experience, they quickly controlled the fire, prevented it from spreading, and ensured everyone's safety. Watch an extremely dangerous job in a mine. A giant bulldozer is working in dangerous conditions. Bulldozing huge blocks of earth to create a path down a steep slope. Any mistake could lead to disaster. It was an unfortunate incident that no one wanted to encounter. Fortunately, thanks to the quick response of the rescue team, the car was rescued in time. The M1070 is a military heavy transport vehicle designed to withstand the enormous weight of transporting bulky military vehicles such as tanks, artillery, and other heavy equipment. In particular, the M1070 regularly undertakes the task of transporting M1 Abrams tanks, but in this situation, it is transporting a giant Cat D10 or bulldozer. Manufactured by the Oshkosh Company in Wisconsin, USA, the M1070 is an important tool in the arsenal of the U.S. military and many other countries. A perfect kick is complementing. We come to Dubai, a place famous for its wealth and modern constructions. Suddenly, an accident happened that no one could have predicted. A Nissan Safari suddenly crashed into a Toyota Punky, leaving the surrounding crowd stunned. This scene happened in the desert, attracting everyone's attention. They rushed to help. A dramatic excavator accident happened right before our eyes. An excavator suddenly lost control and fell straight into a pit, causing chaos in the area. Two powerful excavators were mobilized to rescue the crashed excavator. With strength and skillful coordination, these machines worked tirelessly, step by step, bringing the excavator out of danger. The excavator was finally balanced again. With its new stability, the excavator could now steer itself, using its own power to slowly climb out of the deep hole. Welcome to the Bison Track Show tractor racing event, where giant tractors demonstrate their power and endurance in a dramatic race. Oh no, the green tractor tipped over. The drivers continue to control the bison tractors, constantly rushing forward, overcoming the obstacles and sand. That's the corner that eliminates even the most experienced racers. Each tractor is a symbol of muscle power, with the roar of the engine and the smoke rising as they exert all their strength to conquer each meter of the road. We witness a moment when a Caterpillar mining truck gets stuck in a drainage ditch. In this situation, a powerful Royal Wolf tractor is called in to rescue. Both vehicles are giants in the mining industry, but when one of them gets stuck, only powerful machines like the Royal Wolf can help. The powerful pull helps the Caterpillar truck get out of the drainage ditch in an impressive manner. It is an example of muscle power achieved. The tense moment of ferry on the Xingu River almost sank with a trailer truck on board. The scene unfolded as the ferry, which was transporting a heavy, overloaded trailer truck, was heard rumbling against the water as the truck began to tilt, adding to the anxiety of onlookers. The water surface was choppy, and everyone on board panicked as they realized the ferry could no longer maintain its balance. Fortunately, the ferry managed to return to port safely.
Não, mas o caminhão não sai mais.
Não, eu falo assim,
Sim.
lá ela saía.
Lá sai.
Não. Lá de frente?
Não, lá de frente sai. Sai lá, aqui não. Aqui não.
Fala assim, se ela fica pra cá agora, como é que sai de ré aqui? Ela
Agora
vai precisar
acabou.
bem ali, ela não é traçada lá. Uma traçada assim.
Não sai. Se ele vai querer puxar, o que acontece? Olha que puxar, a bolsa vai sair fora vai sair de cima vai sair de baixo
And that's the
da
end of
carreta.
today's
É
adventure.
quem tá fazendo água.
If you enjoyed the
Vai ser
video,
só
please subscribe and comment below to let me know what you think. See you soon.
o mano aqui, ó. Não, ele não sai, não sobe de ré, não.
Pois é, eu falo assim, a carregadeira vem cá logo, dá apoio logo pra ficar cabeaço, não? Hã? Onde tem cabeaço aí, ó?
Não, o cabo de aço é o que mais nós temos.
Foi então.
Welcome to Harvesting PowerTech. Get ready to witness daring driving skills and thrilling rescue waiting for you to explore. Don't miss it. Watch till the end of the video to feel the excitement. Let's get started. The Toyota truck loaded with goods rushed through the puddle resolutely. However, surprisingly, although the wheels were spinning, they could not escape the stubborn mud. The people around immediately used the winch, quickly pulling the Toyota up, the spirit of everyone's efforts. The scene was breathtaking as the mighty bus barreled into the narrow tunnel on the Needles Expressway. The tunnel was only 8 feet wide, requiring the driver to make every maneuver with extreme precision. The bus was huge, moving slowly and carefully. The wheels lightly touched the sides of the tunnel, creating tension in the air. Those on board held their breaths, hoping the bus would pass without incident. A horrifying scene occurred when the sugarcane transport vehicle suddenly caught fire. The driver, with quick reaction, immediately drove the vehicle away from the danger zone. When the vehicle tilted, the burning sugarcane also fell onto the road, causing the fire to spread further. People around did not hesitate to help the driver escape from danger. The truck tilted, almost overturned after the dump was dumped. The scene was chaotic and suffocating, but in the midst of the danger, a nearby truck carrying dirt rushed forward, wrapped tightly around the tow rope, and powerfully pulled the stuck truck up. Each rope seemed to be challenging all resistance, second by second. The truck gradually recovered, escaping the brink of overturning. On the old wooden bridge, a large vehicle was about to cross. The atmosphere was tense. A group of people supported the driver step by step. They signaled and guided the vehicle to move precisely to avoid weak parts of the bridge. Every time the wheel rolled over a dangerous section, everyone held their breath, waiting for the vehicle to move forward safely. Finally, with smooth coordination and careful guidance, the vehicle crossed the bridge spectacularly. The LKT-81 roared, its tracks digging into the thick snow as it struggled to pull the heavy logs through the white-covered forest. The icy snow clung to the vehicle, making every movement slow and difficult. Each pull was a challenge, but the LKT-81 held on, resiliently battling the harsh terrain. A sight that not only demonstrated the power of machinery, but also its resilience in the face of harsh nature. A sight you would hardly see anywhere else but Asia. The industrious buffalo, both the farmer's companion and his powerful tool. After each harvest, they pull carts laden with agricultural products over bumpy roads. There is no loud engine noise, only the rhythmic panting of the buffalo and their slow but sure steps. Farmers walk alongside them. The largest tractor, powerful and majestic, began its journey pulling the Actros 1844 up the muddy slope. The wheels spun strongly, but the slippery road made every step a challenge. The cable was stretched to its limit. Each pull was a battle with gravity and the terrain. The Actros 1844, heavy and stubborn, slowly inched up, creating a dramatic scene. I thought that fall was quite painful, but it seems he is fine. On the challenging track, the car was running at an impressive speed, gaining strong momentum to charge up the slope. However, when the wheels touched the slope, they began to slide, unable to grip the ground and charge up. But fortunately, the cable connected to the Jeep created traction to help the car overcome the difficult slope, finally reaching the top of the slope in a spectacular way. Dangerous situation when the Iveco truck, heavily tilted to one side, was in danger of tipping over at any moment. At this time, two giant machines were called in to assist. One heavy truck attached a cable to the Iveco, while the other large tractor held the position steady. With the power of the engine, each cable was pulled tight, and both machines coordinated perfectly to pull the truck up from the soft road. But thanks to the combination of the two giant machines, the truck was finally rescued safely, continuing the challenging journey. Pamban Bridge, connecting Ramswaram to mainland India. The roar of the 22 carriages from Chennai Egmore shakes the air. In the dim light of dusk, the train grinds against the steel girders, creating a terrible groan. Car after car, tilting across the vast ocean, waves rolling under the bridge. The speed of each carriage, the weight of each carriage, tests the structure's durability. The asphalt paving process begins when a truck rolls in, loaded with raw asphalt, which is poured into a special machine, where it begins to heat up, reaching 180 degrees Celsius. The machine starts working, streams of hot asphalt flow out, spreading evenly over the asphalt road surface. Each layer of asphalt is spread smoothly and precisely. Each time the paving machine moves, the road surface seems to change right before your eyes. When the asphalt layer is finished, large rollers move in, heavy rollers press down, compressing each layer of asphalt, creating a strong vibration, like a battle between strength and durability. Workers check every meter of road, ensuring perfect thickness and flatness. When the rolling is finished, the road is left to cool, the asphalt hardens, like an invisible force, holding the road surface firmly. Complete, the road is ready, strong, durable, and can be put into use. The man sat firmly on the logs, his eyes fixed on the slope that awaited him. The logs piled high on the cart's bed created a considerable weight, but he did not flinch. The mighty wheels gripped the ground, gliding over the rocks, overcoming all difficulties. The Wara, laden with heavy machinery on the bed, was stuck in the middle of the muddy road, its wheels spinning in the mud but unable to move forward. At that moment, a Scania carrying timber appeared. A cable was firmly connected between the two machines, pulling the Wara little by little out of the mud. The homemade tractor, loaded with straw, slowly moved up the steep slope, but with the front of the vehicle too light, it skidded and lost traction halfway, unable to continue. At that moment, a quick-witted man ran over, jumped in front of the vehicle to create a balance. With this support, the wheels gripped the ground more firmly, the engine roared loudly. The tractor slowly moved up, overcoming the challenging slope to the cheers of the people around. A simple but intelligent and decisive handling of the situation. It was a fun tour riding on the Ural, gliding through the rough trails, making every moment memorable. The sight is truly impressive, as on the challenging, steep slope, heavy timber trucks follow each other, each struggling with gravity and terrain. The giant wheels dig deep into the ground, creating a strong pulling force to move both forward, conquering all challenges of harsh nature. The Volvo suddenly lost traction when it hit the soft sand, the wheels spinning in place, kicking up dust, but unable to move forward. A tractor was quickly mobilized to assist. Under the pull of the tractor, the Volvo was slowly pulled out of the difficult situation. A tense coordination as both machines struggled with the terrain. At this time, a heavy crane was brought to the scene. Help, the giant Ural was stuck in the mud. Every movement of the crane was done precisely, lifting the car from the deep mud. The wheels no longer touched the ground. The car was gradually lifted up, passing through the thick mud. More help rescued tow truck. After a while of tension, the Ural was finally pulled out of the mud, causing everyone around to breathe a sigh of relief. The D60 rushed up the sandy slope. The wheels gripped the soft sand, but still could not avoid slipping. The powerful crane, with a huge thrust, slowly pushed the car forward, forming a strong supporting force, helping the D60 overcome this difficult challenge. When comparing the frame torsion strength between the Ram 3500 and the Ford F350, we are talking about the frame's ability to withstand strong impacts. Both of these models are heavy-duty pickup trucks designed to withstand heavy loads and handle difficult situations. With good torsion strength, the Ford F350 has a slight edge in the strength and torsion strength tests. The lumber truck rushed up the hill. The load behind was so heavy that the wheels could not touch the ground, only writhing and spinning in the air. The thrust from the engine seemed not to be enough to get the car over the steep slope. The car swayed as if it was about to flip. They used the steel rope to pull the car strongly from the front. Little by little, the car inched up until the last wheel touched the solid ground. The tug-of-war between the Ram Rebel and the Ford F-150 will be a tense showdown, with each truck bringing its own strengths to the challenge. As the rope tightens, both trucks will charge forward, and you can see which one wins in the end. The cart turned into a heavy mass of wood. The wheels kicked up wet mud, creating mud splashes all around. The engine roared, the cart steadily moved forward, every turn of the steering wheel, every movement of the wheels pushed the cart to continue moving through the muddy road. The driver skillfully controlled the bulldozer. His every move was a harmonious combination of skill and experience. The bulldozer slowly moved toward the truck bed, the wheels rolling firmly on the ground, while the steering wheel was precisely controlled. When approaching the bed, he skillfully adjusted the bulldozer blade, raising it up to easily climb onto the truck bed. With a smooth movement technique, the bulldozer gradually climbed onto the bed, the rear wheels touching the bedstep. Every move was precise without missing a beat, creating a perfect combination of lifting the bulldozer onto the bed without any difficulty. With his proficiency, the driver completed the job quickly, as if he and the bulldozer had become one. The driver gripped the steering wheel tightly, his eyes straining as he looked down the steep slope ahead. The heavy wheels cut through the dirt and rocks on the road, leaving long, blurry tracks. The engine roared, the weight of the entire car and the block of wood pressing down on the brakes. The car swayed as if it was about to lose balance at any moment, forcing the driver to strain to keep his grip on the steering wheel. The slope seemed to have no end, and every second that passed was a test of survival. And that's the end of today's adventure. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and comment below to let me know what you think. See you soon.